Hey, good day, folks. I got a little video for you folks. Now, for starters, I have no idea how old this video is, but I just want to use this video as I just want to use this video as a teaching tool of how to handle situations like the situation you're getting ready to see. Let's play the video.
And he has some strong words for the homeowner.
I just want to say it's a nice house for $5.
Well, let's rewind this video all the way back. Let's see here. All right, give me a second, folks. One second. There we go. All right.
Started as a normal pizza delivery. The delivery guy hands over the pizza, but he's clearly not happy with his tip, and he has some strong words for the homeowner.
I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
You're welcome.
That was rude. The total cost of her order of breadsticks and a medium pizza, $22.78. So the $5 she gave the DoorDash delivery guy comes out to a 22% tip.
All right, folks. Y'all saw what y'all saw. And saw what I saw. Now, I'm going to say for starters, that lady gave that man a generous tip. I mean, 22% is fairly generous to me. I mean, $5 tip for an order that was only $22. I don't know what he was expecting. Clearly, he wanted more. Now, to be quite frank, even if she would have gave him nothing in terms of a tip, you know, he still should have kept his composure. He still should have remained professional and gave that woman her food and kept it stepping. Now, let me point out one thing. Now, now back in the day, like I would say back a year or so ago, when I was door dashing, it used to be whenever you DoorDash, you would know immediately how much you're going to make for that particular order. Now, this is one sneaky thing that DoorDash does to their drivers, which I can't stand. And leave a comment below and let me know if this happens in your market. Like whenever you get an order, rather than the order having let's say $2.75 for delivery. For a McDonald's delivery, you get $2.75. That's how it used to be. But the way that DoorDash does it now is you'll get the order and then it will state that you're making $11 an hour on average, or you're averaging, let's say, $12.50 an hour. That's how they do it now. $12.50 an hour plus tips, or $11 an hour plus tips. So the app is not even going to tell you rather not the customer is tipping or not. So if you find out after the fact that the customer did not give you a tip, and honestly, this right here, if for some reason you get an order and you know immediately that the customer is not going to tip you, or you assume that okay, maybe since it's a hand to the since it's gonna be a hand over to the customer, you're thinking okay, maybe when the customer receives the order, they're gonna go ahead and give you a nice little tip. And like I was getting ready to say, even if the customer gives you no tip at all, or even if they give you a tip that you think is way below what they should have gave you a tip for, I mean, understand one thing, when you're working these delivery apps, I mean, whether you folks want to realize this or not, you are in business for yourself. I mean, don't look at it as okay, you're working for DoorDash, you don't really give two shits. F DoorDash, F the customer, whatever. You see, when you work these delivery apps, you work for yourself. You're working an I-9 job. You're working an I-9 job. So that means when you approach a customer you're representing yourself. So when you do like what this man did, which by the way was super unprofessional. Now some of you might say, okay, that was just a skit, but there are drivers that truly do act like this man. They act super unprofessional because I don't know. I don't know what the man was expecting in terms of a tip. Like I said, he was expecting more than that $5. But what he should have done was he should have simply handed the customer their order and kept it stepping and not said a word. And I say all this to say that if you're not gonna, if you have trouble keeping your composure and staying professional whenever you get a bad customer or a customer that you think didn't tip you enough, then the whole gig work economy is not going to be for you. I mean, you'll be better off maybe taking a job working at a warehouse or something. And the thing that you gotta think of for those of you that want to become drivers, even for those of you that are drivers already, the thing that you gotta think about is 9 times out of 10, you had to pay money up front to purchase the DoorDash bag, to purchase the regular hot bag. And this piece of bag this man's got, he had to buy that bag out of his own money. And plus you're using your own vehicle, you gotta pay your own gas. So why in the world would you make all those kind of investments just to go to a customer's house like this man did and potentially F it up? Because if this customer decides to call in the DoorDash and they decide to complain about this man right here, how he was cussing, he is carrying on, and whatever the customer wants to add to that, they can, because the way these apps work is, like DoorDash in this case, DoorDash is going to take the side of the customer. So whatever the customer says is going to be as good as gold. And whatever this man may have to say, they're not going to really give two shits. So there's a very good chance that after this encounter, he may have been deactivated. Now, I don't know if he was doing this job full time or if he was doing it part time, but clearly he was doing this job because he needed to make a little bit of extra money at the minimum. So it does not make sense to get into this line of work and then you're going to pop off to your customer and act completely unprofessional. It makes no sense. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, leave a comment below. And let me, now if you were in this man's situation, what would you do? I already told you what I would do. And I also told you what you guys should do. But you know what? Forget what I think and forget what I would do. What if you were in this man's situation, what would y'all do? And like I said, if you guys out here in other markets have been receiving an order, and rather than the order having you're gonna make $5, you're gonna make $10, whatever. If the order has you're gonna make an average of $11 an hour plus tips, or $12.50 an hour plus tips. I mean, let me know. Let me know what's going on in your market. Until next time, everybody stay blessed.